Hey everybody, this is Otis.
And this is Brante.
And welcome to Robinson House TV, a show about a lot of different things. Mostly about God, family, marriage, and everyday life. So we are here to share something with you today. Today we want to talk about 3 ways to build a stronger marriage. So as we're talking about God, family, marriage, life, today we're going to specifically carve out marriage because marriage is so important. And at a time where about 50% of marriages are ending in divorce, we've got to kind of look at that a little bit to see how can we build stronger, healthier marriages.
So the first thing is spending time together.
Right.
Spending time together could be a number of things, but we have to make sure that it's the two of you.
Yeah.
You don't need a large crowd all the time. You don't need to be, with other couples. At some points, you just need to be the two of you. And what are some ways that they can do that?
Well, when you're spending time together, it could be simple things. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things that we really enjoy doing is literally just sitting on the sofa, catching up with each other, making time to sit down and look in each other's face. Now, it's not spending time together when both of you are sitting on the sofa with your cell phone in your hand, scrolling
Exactly.
through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever your jam is. But what you have to do is make sure that when you spend time together sitting on a sofa or somewhere like that, that you're really giving each other your undivided attention.
Right. And it's important when you're spending time together, discuss things that happen throughout your day. Discuss things that you may like or not like, with one another. Plan dates, plan trips. Just spend time getting involved in each other's lives to see what's going on. Hey, what's going on with you? How was your work day? Or are you looking for a promotion? Or whatever it may be.
Right.
You're just spending time with one another, learning the new, because we evolve. We evolve as we get older. What we used to like to do at 20-something is not what we like to do at 40-something.
And I can't even do the same things that I used to do at 20-something. So, you certainly have to. You will evolve regardless if you want to evolve or not. Your body's going to make you evolve. The way you think is going to evolve.
Why do you say your body's going to make you evolve?
Because I've gained some weight. So I don't care what you do. And you can take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself and be healthy. But even in staying healthy, your body changes. It's just a part of aging and becoming a more mature individual. So that's just
your diet changes too,
Does it?
Whereas we used to want to go to, let's just say if you used to like pizza all the time and that was your favorite thing to do. Well, the older you get, your body cannot handle pizza sauce. Or you have to eat it earlier in the day so that you don't lay down on the sauce and have heartburn all night. So, whatever your thing may be, it may not be pizza, but it's something. So as times change, your dates will change. The things that you do will change. Perhaps you used to like go skating.
Yeah.
Well, when you're 40, 50 years old, 9 times out of 10,
40 and 50-year-olds can skate?
You can.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be your top pick.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's not going to be your choice.
All right. The second thing that you should do then to build your relationship is to talk to each other. It might sound simple, but there are so many people that just don't talk to each other. And I think we've kind of covered that in one as well. But there are people that just walk in the house and they literally just look at each other and walk to another room. And so when you have a situation like that in your relationship is not healthy if you can't take time to talk. But beyond that, it means a little bit more too, I think.
Yeah, when you're talking to each other, if it's something that you disagree with your spouse, tell them.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to accept how they feel, not whether you think it's right, but accept how they feel and go from there. A lot of times we get into arguments and they become more heated because we want to say, no, that's not what it is, or no, that's not what I meant, or no, but you have to take what they're saying, listen to what they're saying, and take that and go from there.
Okay, that's a good point. So we've got to learn to disagree on some things.
Yeah.
I think that we know we're not going to always agree on everything.
Right.
There's certainly going to be times where I'll have my opinion and you'll have your opinion, and you'll be the same way. You're going to have your own opinion, and you're going to be really gung-ho and hard set on your opinion, but there are going to be times where you just literally just got to think about it for a minute. Is it worth arguing, or is this something that I could really get over and just move past? Because at the end of the day, you want your relationship to be strong, you want it to last. And sometimes it's not that big of a deal to continue to harp on something that's really not going to go anywhere. It doesn't really mean anything for you in the marriage. It's just an opinion that you have. And so learn to recognize your opinions. Learn to recognize what really means something to you and what really means something for your relationship. And those kind of things we don't give up on. But things that are just general conversation, is it really worth you being upset because you didn't get to get your flavor of ice cream or get to go to your favorite restaurant this time?
Yeah.
It's really not that serious. And so learn to have some lighthearted moments and knowing that sometimes you just got to agree to disagree.
Yeah. You got to compromise in relationship. Sometimes, it's not going to be your way.
Right.
You're going to have to compromise. And if you go into a relationship knowing that, my ideas are not going to always be the ideas that we go with, then you'll have a healthy relationship.
I'm glad you have come to that conclusion because there's some things I need to get done, and I'm hoping you'll be on board with All right, so the third thing that I think that will be helpful in building a strong marriage would be to know your strengths and your weaknesses.
Yes.
As an individual, I think you have to know what your strengths are, and then you also need to know what your weaknesses are and work with those. Don't feel bad because you have weaknesses. Everybody has weaknesses. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. And so know your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, so for example, if I'm better with money and he's a spender, then I would be the budgeter. I would be the one that handles the money and pays the bills and those type things. And what we have to do is not become so prideful that we say, no, I can handle it, or I know I can do it. Know your weaknesses and your strengths. And use those, because that's why you're joined together, to help one another in those things that you may not be as strong in. So if you know, like my husband is the more outspoken one. So I know that he can lead a conversation. And I can follow, right? I know that. So there's no need for me to become insecure and, you're taking over the conversation, you're talking a lot. Because that is his strength. That's what he does.
And when you think about it, that's a good point. But when you think about it, your weaknesses are still powerful in the relationship. It gives your spouse an opportunity to help you with something that you're not as strong at. And it's not for you to become better at it and just overtake that area. It's just something that you two work together on so that you're both growing in your relationship. You're going to be strong in some things, and your spouse is going to be strong in some things. Both of you need to utilize your strengths for the marriage. And then the weaknesses, as Brante said, what I'm weak in, she's strong in, then she's going to help me come along with her in the area that I'm weak, and vice versa. I'll do the same for her. That's what the relationship is. Are you smiling? Were you happy that I said that? Were you excited about that? And so just know your strengths and weaknesses, and don't use it to your advantage because you're strong in an area and lord it over your spouse. That's not going to work. That's gonna really be damaging to your relationship. So just work together. It's all a part of it. And so once you do that, you can get much further in your relationship. Yeah.
So to sum this up, we have talked about 3 things that you could do to build a healthy relationship. Number 1 is spending time together. You can always find time to spend with each other. Number 2,
talk. Take time to talk to each other.
It's okay to disagree. But communicate those things. And number 3 is to know your strengths and your weaknesses.
Absolutely.
We all have weaknesses, so it's no harm in having weaknesses. But we have to know what those are and admit to those, so that you can balance each other out.
So there are a lot of things that we could give you perhaps to help you with that. But knowing who we are, we would always turn you to the Bible.
Yes.
There's so much that you can do. And what we'll do is we'll put in the description below some Bibles that you can purchase that will help you understand that. And we'll add some scriptures as well that I think will be very beneficial for you to read to help you grow in the way that you need to grow in your relationship to help each other. So we're looking forward to being able to provide that to you. And if this has been beneficial for you, click the like button and subscribe. And we'd love to hear comments from you.
Yes.
Until next time, take care.
See you soon.